No one builds an empire in public. They only show you once it's finished. What you never see is the silence, the repetition, the boredom, the long stretches of time where nothing happens and no one cares. That's where the empire is actually built. Most people think success comes from talent, luck, or motivation. It doesn't. Those things help, but they don't decide who wins. What decides everything is whether someone can keep going when the work stops feeling meaningful, when the days blur together, and when progress feels imaginary. Because early on, it always feels meaningless. You show up, you work, you improve, slowly, and the world gives you nothing back. No traction, no recognition, no feedback telling you you're on the right path. Just effort. That's the filter. That's the question. The question you must ask yourself. This is the switch that must be flipped. The long-term pain that must be adjusted for. Where will I be in 1 year's time? If you start building today, quietly, consistently, in 1 year you will be so far ahead of most people that it will feel unfair. Not because you cheated, not because you had an advantage, but because most people simply cannot do what that year requires. They can't stay consistent without novelty. They can't endure effort without visible reward. They can't keep promises to themselves once discomfort appears. You've told friends to start building, to stop waiting, to stop talking, to lay the first brick. They nod, they agree, they say it makes sense, some even start. But then the excitement fades, the results don't come fast enough, and the work begins to feel heavy. Days turn into gaps, gaps turn into silence, and the project quietly dies. Not from failure, from abandonment. It's not that they're stupid. It's not that they lack potential. It's that they are wired for comfort, not construction. Delayed gratification is hard. Building demands delayed reward. It demands boredom. It demands uncertainty without reassurance. Most people are addicted to stimulation. They need constant signals that they're doing something right. Builders learn to move without signals. They understand something most people never grasp. Progress is invisible until it's undeniable. An empire isn't built with motivation. Motivation is emotional, and emotions fluctuate. It's built with systems, with routines, with standards that don't negotiate with mood. You don't wake up and ask how you feel. You act because that's who you've decided to be. You stop identifying as someone trying and start operating as someone who builds. While others wait for clarity, you act in confusion. While others wait to feel ready, you start unready. While others analyze, you execute imperfectly. You don't need perfect information. You need forward motion. You will not let perfection be the enemy of the good. This is why builders always win, because time compounds discipline, and time is ruthless with hesitation. 1 year of consistent effort doesn't just move you forward, it changes who you are. Your tolerance for discomfort increases. Your standards rise. Your excuses lose credibility. What once felt exhausting becomes routine. What once felt impossible becomes expected. What once took a long time now takes a short time. By the time others decide to start, you're no longer starting. You're refining, optimizing, building on momentum, speeding up. That's when the gap forms. And once the gap exists, it rarely closes. Because builders don't stop once they're ahead. They accelerate. Most people never make it past the early phase. Not because it's hard, but because it's quiet. There's no dopamine hit, no applause, no urgency imposed from the outside, and without external pressure, they collapse inward, back into comfort, distraction, and explanation. Builders don't rely on pressure. They rely on identity. They see themselves as someone who builds, whether anyone is watching or not. They don't announce their plans. They don't argue with doubters. They don't waste energy defending their path. They conserve energy for the work. They stack bricks. Day after day, week after week, through boredom, through doubt, through silence. That's the work most people will never do, and that's why those who can do it will always win. Not immediately, not loudly, but inevitably. So start today. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for confidence. Don't wait for permission. Lay one brick, then another, then another. Micro goals, baby steps. Build in silence. Build with patience. Build with discipline. Because one day, without warning, people will look up and ask, "How did you get so far ahead?" You won't need to explain. You were busy building your empire. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like and comment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's continue the journey together in the next video. Cold fire theory. Pain is the match. Discipline is the fire.